Hey everybody, G Bear here out in the desert, getting ready to do my tree planting on this trip. As you can see, I brought out one of the big solar panel racks. That's going to get mounted on my post over on the other side of the container, and then I'll be ready to start mounting solar panels whenever I'm ready. Right now, at the top of the container, right where that ladder is, I've got a little 13-watt solar panel kind of silicone down to the top of the container, and that's given me a little bit of a charge inside, as here's my water pump and my battery, and that's tied into it, and here's the solar controller at 12.6, which is a full charge battery. I also have another cable running over there to my ATV battery to keep that fully charged. So I'll be pulling this ATV out here a little later, give us a little more room inside. We're going to be staying overnight tonight, and then probably put a full day's work in tomorrow too. I don't know if we'll stay overnight tomorrow or not. We'll watch the weather and see what happens. But if the weather is going to go south on us, we'll get out of here tomorrow afternoon. If it's going to be good for the night, we'll stay one more night. Anyway, I'm getting ready to open up here, and whoop, I got to go around and hit the unlock button. When I got here, there was a pigeon on the roof of the unit. That's a new one. I haven't seen any pigeons around, but I found that interesting. I took a picture of it, just a still pic. Anyway, this is the area where I'm going to start planting trees out here. And where I just parked, as you can see, I'm leaving some pretty good size ruts. The ground is kind of soft. It's been really soaked from all the rain. Anyway, look at the load I've carried in here. Oh, I got my propane bottle getting ready to exit here. Oh, sorry about jumping around the camera. Anyway, there's all my trees in there. I got 12 of them with me. And they'll all get planted this weekend. We got rain coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday up here. So that'll be nice. These are the metal stakes that I'm going to put around the trees. And on the back rack, you saw that big roll of chicken wire. That'll go around it to keep the rabbits away from chewing the bark. There's another 55-gallon drum that I'll use for irrigation. And we'll start filling that one up every time we come up. Anyway, that's it for now. Hey everybody, G Bear here, out in the desert, doing my thing. I'm getting out of here in a few minutes, but I wanted to show you our achievements. Andy and I were out here, came out yesterday morning, got a lot done. What you're looking at here is a cage around a Concord grapevine I planted there. And over here is a seedless grape, a table grape, and I decided I'm going to use those poles that are already here that we used for tarps before, are going to end up being part of a trellis to hold up the grapevines. So we got that done. And as I move over this way, you can see over there behind the shed, I put the rack up on top of the pole. That's going to hold 6 solar panels, 600 watts. And we got that out here and installed. And I've got 3 water barrels. This is irrigation only. And just for the heck of it, I set up a bucket on top of here for a rain catcher, because as you can see along the edge of the container, or I set it up with a little slope, it has a big rut there from rain from before. So I'm going to try to catch some of that in this bucket. And then I've got little filter screens on the 2 corners and some pipes going down into the barrels. So these 2 barrels, I'll see how full I can get them over the next 5 days of rain. I forgot to put these away, so I'm going to stick these up against the side of the container here. If you'll excuse me a second while I do that. And then we'll move around on the back side here, and here's my orchard. You see all the wire protectors around the trees. We start on this end, and I have gala apples there. And this one here has 4 or 5 different apples on it. That's a dwarf tree. I'm going to see how that does. That's a Bartlett pear over there. This is a peach tree right there. This is a plum, a weeping plum. So we'll see what that one does. And this is a cherry tree with 4 different or 5 different types of cherries on it. Each tag is a different cherry. And then over here we have another plum tree, and this is elephant heart plum. They're really big and deep red meat inside of them, just delicious. But this one needs to be fertilized with that one, or whatever you call it, when the bees do it. I'm rushing myself to get out here. And then this one over here is a nectarine. And they're all in, they're all fertilized, and this is a little gopher chaser. I'm trying to keep any gophers around. Now each one of these, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a granular stuff on the soil here, and that's an animal chaser. It chases all kinds of animals. It's an irritant to their nasal passages. They don't like it, so they just move on. So that's it. I am going to head on off out of here, and when I get home I'll put this video together. Oh, let me take a little quick walk over here. I wanted to show you something. You remember back in the springtime, I was out here and I was planting, well actually it wasn't spring, it was early summer. I was planting bulbs to grow plants out here. And some flowers. We also got, this time I got a whole bunch of lavender into the ground too. And I came over here and I noticed that some of the holes are dug up and that stuff. And I was kind of bummed about it. But as I walked around, I found some of the other areas that I planted in actually have sprouts coming up out of the ground. So I'm going to have some flowers off of those. Let me see if I can get up to one of them, if I can remember where they are. It's funny about how everything in the desert looks the same. Let's see. Where were they? I think I lost them. I should have did this before when I was walking around. But anyway, I'll find them when they get taller. Let me go over to the first set, which is up here. And then I'll take you around. Just before I get into my van, I'll show you my raised vegetable garden. I got that planted too. So, where? Oh, here we go. See, these little splotches here is where we planted some lavender. So, yeah, here we go. I'll get down close. There's a little sprout coming up right there. And there's one right there. So a couple of them survived, and we'll see what happens. This is some more lavender here we planted. Lavender is good for attracting bees, and I want to do that for my garden. Here's my little enclosed garden, and it's a raised bed. And I've got corn, tomato, jalapeno, cucumber, lettuce, beans, carrots, I guess that's about it. Oh, and cilantro. I just sprung a bunch of cilantro around, let it grow under the other plants. They like shade anyway. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to sign off now and get out of here because we got rains coming. and it's going to be a real nasty rain. They said this one's going to be a big flooder. I hope it doesn't wash any of my plants away. We got them all tied down to the stakes and that stuff. Well, hopefully everything will survive, and I'll be up after the weather breaks. Talk to you later.